We must also be alert to the equal and opposite danger that public policy could itself become the captive of a scientific, technological elite.
In this crisis, who do people trust? They trust scientists. Churches all over the world are telling people don't come to church because the scientists recommended it.
We will continue to be your single source of truth.
He could have undermined the messaging so much that he can actually control exactly what people think. And that is our job, control exactly what people think.
This is where they're going. New York Times, cannibalism has a time and a place. Some recent books, films, and shows suggest that the time is now.
The future is not just happening. The future is built by us, by a powerful community.
So while the universal basic income might be quite a carrot to dangle in front of the people to say, ooh, free money, I'll take it, think about how to be self-sustaining. Because once we are dependent upon a system, and that system can exert, if not outright control, then influence over people's what otherwise would be their free choices. So they're saying this technology to control the brain, implant new thoughts in the brain, and have the brain control weaponry. This must be what Klaus Schwab was talking about when he said in his Fourth Industrial Revolution book that you'll be able to use brain scans to assess an individual's security risk. It's referred to as anticipatory governance. So in other words, we can control people's behavior before they act. The practical use by the state to collect information and data about its citizens in order to assess events or behaviors in a predictable manner. And that's really the golden ticket when it comes to all this data, is not only can it create a psychological profile and identify what people might want and be willing to purchase, but it can predict their behaviors. And then it becomes a control mechanism when in the hands of the state, as if big tech didn't already have enough control as it is. New blueprints for governments and the kinds of things that they will legislate on. Now, this International Energy Agency called for lockdowns and radical measures such as banning the use of private cars in cities on Sundays. This IEA, International Energy Agency, also argues that banning the use of private cars on Sundays brings a number of additional benefits to public health and well-being. That's an interesting statement they made in there. They're saying it's not just for the environment. We've got so many reasons to make the pitch, to make the appeal, that people observe Sunday for health and well-being. This has taken us somewhere. The energy deprivation, the food deprivation, not only to make the populace more malleable, more compliant, more dependent, and thus controlled for no buy, no sell, but no buy, no sell over certain issues. You're seeing it all come together, aren't you? Bible prophecy being fulfilled. Fix your eyes upon Jesus. He is coming soon. Most importantly, even more than preparations for the little time of trouble, are the spiritual preparations for the final time of trouble, for making ourselves fit for heaven. Because we have a trust in Jesus Christ. We have a calm above the storm. We have a peace that transcends all understanding.